Today we'll be looking at how a tragedy has prompted a discussion about gender violence. Columnist Liz Renzetti will be weighing in with her thoughts later. And after that, a look at a high-tech tennis racket. Welcome to Globe Now. I'm Affan Chowdhry. On Friday, a shooting spree in California left 6 young people dead, many more injured, and a society questioning why this happened. Here's what we know so far. The shooter has been identified as Elliot Roger, and prior to the attack, he posted a manifesto and videos that said he was looking to wage a war on women. His chilling words and actions have sparked an intense debate on social media about violence against women. There were tweets under the hashtag #NotAllMen. In other words, not all men assault or seek to kill women. That prompted another hashtag, #YesAllWomen, to denote that all women live in fear of violence. Well, joining us now is Globe and Mail columnist Elizabeth Renzetti. Welcome, Liz.
Hi, Affan.
What has struck you the most about the wave of reaction to this hashtag campaign?
I think just how large and widespread the wave has been. You know, we've had more than 1 million tweets under the hashtag #YesAllWomen from all around the world, documenting a lot of the problematic behavior that women have to face, from sexual assault to just sort of everyday discrimination. And what's also been really nice is the largely positive reaction to this, and women feeling like they're not alone and can talk about this now.
Now, often in these conversations, it gets divided into 2 parts, what women can do to protect themselves, from this violence, but not a lot of time spent on, the role of men, as this mother alludes to in this tweet. I spent 19 years teaching my daughter how not to be raped. How long have you spent teaching your son not to rape? What role do men have to play in this conversation?
Well, if men are not involved in the conversation's not going to go anywhere, right? It is a problem, as you say, of 2 halves. And I completely agree with that mother. As a mother of a daughter and a son myself, I feel that we have to talk to both of them about their responsibilities and their duties to each other in how to, eradicate sexism, if we can, every day, and violence against women in a really positive way, and just be civilized and humane to each other. That's got to be the most important lesson we take away, and modeling that behavior for our kids.
Now, I've seen tweets from young women saying, I've never spent so much time on Twitter, and this conversation is incredible. I've seen tweets from people saying this is the most important conversation on Twitter ever.
Yeah.
But hashtag campaigns come and go, and I'm wondering, why is it so hard to keep this conversation going?
Well, I have to say the conversation has been very heartening for ancient old feminists like myself, who feel like sometimes like the conversation is dying out. I'm very, very, very sorry it had to happen around an incident as violent as this one. But at the same time, it is very heartening to see young women talking about their experiences, their negative experiences, the experiences they've had with sexism. That's everything from, walking down the street and being catcalled to being groped on the subway to, unfortunately, sexual assault and violence against them. I think hashtag activism sometimes doesn't really go anywhere. It's a bit of a dead-end street. But in this case, I think everyone feeling like they're in the same boat together gives them a sense of solidarity, and that we can, ride the wave together.
Interesting, Liz. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Well, we want to hear from you. How do you think the #YesAllWomen hashtag has influenced the conversation about violence against women? Tweet us at Globe Now. Well, stay with us. Coming up after the break, we look at the world's first interactive tennis racket that can measure your swings. Well, if you're a tennis player, you know that working on your swing is key. And now a new racket feeds you detailed information about your backhand and forehand, thanks to some high-tech sensors. Take a look.
We're at the Ontario Racket Club here in Mississauga, Ontario. I'm with Brian Caulfield from Babolat. Today I get to try out the world's first interactive tennis racket. So it's called the Babolat Pure Drive Play. Let's go inside and give it a try.
It's basically a Pure Drive, a version of our most popular tennis racket, with a chip inside it, with sensors. It's got accelerometers and gyroscopes. It measures your swings, whether you're hitting forehands or backhands, whether you're hitting top spins or slices. It can tell you where on the racket your impact location is. It tracks all that data. Because this is paired up to my phone, all the data will load and you can see your individual hitting session. It says we hit for 21 minutes. We hit 146 shots. Our best rally was 16 shots. You hit 104 forehands, 40 backhands.
Let's see which one I like better, yeah.
Our impact location, overall 24% of your shots were in the sweet spot. But let's see where our problem spots are.
Okay.
Okay. Definitely our backhands are a problem spot.
Yeah.
To compare ourselves to Lena, Rafael Nadal, or any of the other players that have used this, it's done by the pulse of the racket. Basically, it's an algorithm of your technique, your endurance, and your power. And we can select Nadal, see his pulse, and if we turn the phone to its side, it'll compare our numbers to Nadal's numbers.
Well, that was a lot of fun. I'm a real novice tennis player, but that gave me a lot of data. I definitely need to work on my topspin. My backhand is terrible. I think I could have a lot of fun just tooling around with that.
Well, that's it for today's show. What do you think of the Not All Men and Yes All Women campaigns? Is enough being done about violence against women? You can find us on Twitter. We're at Globe Now. I'm Affan Chowdhry. Thanks again for watching.